Hello everyone and welcome to Merlin's Manor. Today I'm going to be doing a playthrough and tutorial of how to play Newleaf and Mistwood expansions to Everdell. I'm going to start out by briefly going over how to play Newleaf, and then I'm going to go over the setup for Mistwood and a brief overview of how it plays. Mistwood adds an AI character that, in my opinion, is better than the original Rugwort AI system. And so I'm going to be going over that as we go for the most part because there's a lot of complexity to it and it would be overwhelming if I tried to just explain everything at the beginning. It would go a lot smoother if I explain it kind of as we go for the most part. So I'm going to break this up and it's going to be time stamped if you'd like to jump to whatever section you want to. And so to start off, let's go over how Newleaf plays. So Newleaf, first of all, adds a bunch of new cards, which are very powerful cards. I've really enjoyed the Newleaf cards. It also adds a few events. We have this big city event, which when you have 15 cards in your city, it doesn't have to be taking up spaces in your city, just 15 cards total. You can claim it by sending a worker there, and it'll give you 5 points. It also adds the Scenic Flight event as well, which when you have 3 prosperity cards in your city, you can go ahead and claim that one if you desire to. Now it also adds this sideboard here with the train station, and it's going to add a few extra spots here that act similar to the meadow spots. You can pay for them and put them straight into your city just like you would a meadow card, but it also gives you this benefit next to the card that you played. So if I played City Hall, I would get 2 twigs. If I played General Store, I would get 1 resin. If I played the Postal Pigeon, I would get 1 stone. It also adds a place where you can put your worker up here, where you can discard one of these visitors. Well, you have to discard one of them. Whichever one doesn't work as well for you, you discard it. And then you would gain one of the 2 visitors that are face up at that point, and you would gain one of these bonuses of your choice. Now, whenever one of these goes away, another one comes out. Visitors give you end-game points for different conditions. Like this one says if you have at least 6 of the scroll cards in your city, you get 7 points at the end of the game. This one says if you have at least 6 cards of one color in your city that isn't a green card, and so you get 6 points for that at the end of the game. Now it also adds this spot down here where you can discard 3 meadow and or station cards, replenish them, then draw 3 meadow or station cards and gain 1 train tile. And so that's a way that if things are getting stale on here, you can go ahead and get rid of 3 cards and you get to draw 3 cards and gain any one of these bonuses. Another thing that Newleaf adds is this token right here. And all of these are optional modules you can add in or leave out. You basically can reserve a card. So what you would do, let's say probably early on in the game, I'm going to reserve this Magician card here. I just put this on it and put it over to the side. I haven't paid for it yet, but later on I can pay for it and use it. Now you can use this once per season, and but you have to of course have paid for this one before you can use it again. So if I were to play this card at some point, this would go turned over on my board, and then whenever I prepare for a season, I could then flip it and use it again. Of course, if you're reserving something you're not going to use for a while, it's going to be a while before you get to use that again. But for a good card, you might want to go ahead and do that. The next thing we got here is these ticket cards. And one of the sides says that you flip it when you use it. You can use this from the very beginning of the game to move one of your workers to another location. And so that kind of gives you an extra action that you can do. And then it's going to flip over. And then once summer is hit, you can use it again either in summer or in fall to move your worker again, and then you discard it and it's gone. And so that gives you 2 extra actions per game potentially if you make use of it. It also allows you to move off of the station because only one, you can only go here once per season with your worker, but if you move it off, then you get the opportunity to go again. You just can't have more than one of your workers on that space. Newleaf also adds these golden door tokens, which work similarly to the brown tokens, except for you only get 3 of them, and they work with Newleaf cards. Certain of the constructions will allow you to play maybe any unique critter, and then you'd be able to do that. Or, for example, some of the Newleaf critters themselves have a banner on them that say that you can play this on any red card. And so you're allowed 3 times per game. It gives you a little bit more variety to be able to get some of those Newleaf critters out, or to use the Newleaf constructions to be able to play any kind of a certain type that it tells you you can. And so that just kind of gives you an extra way you can get your critters in for free without having to pay the cost. And so that is basically what you've got with the Newleaf. Adds a few more of these type cards here as new event cards. Okay, let's go over the setup for Mistwood now. You're going to start out by setting up Nightweave's lair by putting these two boards here out. And then you're going to get Nightweave and put her on the board with her two spiderlings right there. And I go ahead and I set up this deck right here. This is going to be her draw deck for what action she's going to take. Normally her achievements would go here if you're playing with plots or other things like that. But since I'm not playing with those, this is a nice place to put it, I find. And you're going to put this token here that's going to tell you that she is now in winter, which is where she starts out, right with us. And then you're going to flip it when she goes to the next season, and then you've got the summer one there, and you flip that, it becomes autumn. And so you're going to have that set up there. You're also going to set up for 1 spiderling for when she prepares for spring, 2 for when she prepares for summer, and 3 for when she prepares for fall. And so that is the basic setup. You also give her 1 card face down to start her hand. And these here give you a great rundown of what's going to happen. This tells you what all the different symbols mean. And over here it tells you her turn summary. She's going to reveal a new activity card and do what it says on there. And if she is supposed to put one of the small spiders or herself, but her lair is empty, that means she has no spiders at all in there, she's going to instead prepare for season. Otherwise, you're just going to perform those actions. Now, when she prepares for season, she's going to have a list of things she's going to do, but I'll get into that when we get to her first prepare for season. And so that is the basic setup for Mistwood. I've also put out event cards here. I'm playing with Belfair, so I'm going to use the Belfair cards as well as some Newleaf cards. And so I believe I read there was a suggestion that you start out with 2 Belfair cards on the outside and 2 of the Newleaf cards on the inside if you're playing with those expansions. I've got the Belfair marketplace set up here, and we randomized these because she's going to take from a certain side, and so to keep them randomized, it's good to just kind of do that so that they're not in any particular order. We also have this card here, which is going to go over her scoring system. I'm playing on level 3 today, which is going to start out with scoring 2 points every time this icon shows up. And I'll show that when it happens. And it's going to tell you what she's going to score. She scores for city cards, point tokens, journey points, which is this area down here, basic events. If you're playing with Pearlbrook, she'll score for wonders. If you're playing with Spirecrest, she'll score discovery cards and expeditions. Since we're playing today with Belfair, she's going to score Garland Award, same way as normal. If she gets the most of these scrolls, she'll score 6 points. If I get the most, I'll score 6 points, and then whoever comes in second will score 3 points, as long as they have at least half the amount of that thing as the other person does. She also will score 5 points per special event. Now this goes up or down depending on the level you're playing on. 2 points per Pearl if we were playing with Pearlbrook, 2 points per Adornment if we were playing with Pearlbrook as well. Then she gets bonus points, 1 point per 0 value city card, and 1 point per city card with either Prosperity, Legend symbol, or the Newleaf train symbol there. And so she'll get extra points for certain cards. And so that is how that works. And that's the basic setup there. Let's go ahead and get into playing, and I will discuss as we go how things work. Our forest locations here are 4 twigs, 2 twigs and 1 resin, and activating 2 green cards in your city. And I just got these set up here. I find it convenient when you're playing a less than 3-player game. Just put the gold coins there since you're not using that space anyway. Keeps everything nice and close, especially when you're playing a solo game. It's nice to have those handy. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put this bag off to the side. Put my tokens over here on my board. And let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip over one of these activity cards. And real quick, one last setup thing that I didn't go over, but I wanted to be able to show you this card first to be able to do it. You see these cards that have this little spiderling in the corner? You're going to take all of those that have the winter section filled in, and you're going to shuffle them together. You're going to take 2 from it. One of them is going to be the top card of the deck, and one of them is going to be put back into the box not to be used. And so that will give you a little bit of randomness as to what's going to come up. And she's always going to start out, though, with a spider being put out. And so that's why you hold one off to the side and put it on the top. You shuffle all the rest of her cards that have the winter together. You're going to set off all the cards that don't have winter but do have the spring symbol into one pile. Then you're going to do the same with the ones that have the summer, and the same with the ones that only have the autumn, so that you're going to be adding those in as you go. And so on this one thing that Mistweave does not do with Newleaf, normally she would go to the stone location, but she doesn't do any of the basic locations in Newleaf. This is a way to balance things so that she's not putting too many things out that aren't going to be getting her points too often. And so we're going to skip over that. And what you do is you'd go in order, though. You'd go here. If she couldn't do that, which she can't do because it's Newleaf, she would go here. And she would place her spider here if she can. If she couldn't, she would use this to decide where she was going next. She's going to go counterclockwise. Of course, this is the first action of the game, so she can go right there. If that space were filled in, she would just go counterclockwise to there. Or if that was filled in, she'd go there. But as I said, that is open, so she will go there. Now, if she couldn't have done either of those things, she would just simply have come down here and do the market or haven action. If you're playing with Belfair, she does the market. If you weren't, she'd be going to the haven, and she would be getting her default points, which in this case is 2 because we're playing on Troublesome. But, of course, she's not doing that. She's just going straight there. And so that is her first action. She's blocking that space now so that I can't go there. And so now it's time for my first action, and I am going to reserve the Magician because I find it to be a pretty powerful card. What it does is you may discard one other critter or construction from your city to gain a point and a resource. And what this is really good for is if you use a low point card, especially the 0 point cards, and you want to be able to get rid of them later because you don't want them taking up space in your city. And so not only are you getting rid of cards that were useful at one point to get you something but are no longer going to get you enough points, you can get rid of that card, freeing up space in your city, and then you also get a point and a resource. And so it's a very valuable card to have. And so I decided to go ahead and reserve that first and foremost before it gets gobbled up. And out comes the Miller. You may pay 1 stone to gain 3 victory points. That's an interesting one I haven't seen yet. Okay, so that was my turn. Now we go back over to Nightweave. And she has the big meeple coming out, as you can see in that corner right there, as well as it says right here. And this symbol here means that she is going to play a card from the meadow at random and put herself in that spot, which means it won't get filled back up. And so let's go ahead and we roll the dice to see which one she takes. She rolled a 1, which means she's going to take this Miller that just came up. She's going to play that into her city. And then she's going to put herself right there. So that space is now blocked. Nothing's going to come back out there until she prepares for season. Now real quick, I'm going to go over how this dice works. So these are all basically going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, depending on which one she rolls, 1 through 8. She will take that. Since we're playing with Newleaf, we're playing with the 12-sided dice, which means she rolls a 9, she takes this card. 10, she takes that card. 11, she takes that card. Of course, she does not collect resources, so she won't take any of these. They'll stay there. These resource tokens right here. If she rolls a 12, she'll actually take the highest valued card out there. And right now, it looks like we have some ties for 2. And so what she would do if there was a tie, she would go ahead and then look at this corner down here. She is going counterclockwise. This is her tiebreaker. And so she would actually start with this area here and kind of work her way around. And so the city hall here would be the first one she would come to. If it was one that was going clockwise, she would start here and work her way this way. The teacher would be the first one she came to. Well, except for the fact that actually the one she took, in this case, was already that way. So that was her second turn. And we're going to get moving a lot faster as we go because I won't have to explain as much. Now I started with a hand of 5 cards. I've got the greenhouse, the monk, the mine, the barge toad, the wife, and the doctor. And I'll go over those as I play them. And so I'm going to... Greenhouse is one that you really want to try and get a farm out before you play, and there aren't any farms right now, so I'm not going to work towards that one. Wife can be handy if you get a husband, so I'm going to wait to see if a husband comes out. I might work towards something on the board right now. If I get the Wanderer out, I get 3 cards. I might just go for some berries. I'm going to take my worker, and, well, if I go there and get berries, I'll actually get the cards I need. Maybe I'll work towards something else first. No, that looks to be the best thing out there right now for me. Oh, the general store, actually. That'll get me berries, and if I can get a farm out. Okay, so I'm going to work towards the Wanderer. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to get 2 berries and a card. That's going to move on down here. I get 2 berries and 2 cards, sorry. And I got a farm. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So that may change my strategy up a whole bunch now. And then Nightweave. Had this card come out again, which normally she would, if she wasn't already out, she would do what she just did with the meadow. But instead, she's going to come to the next option, which means play a card from the meadow, and then she's going to discard a card to gain a point. Oh, and I forgot, playing with Newleaf. Okay, there wasn't any, there was one. There was one. She was supposed to get any Newleaf cards that are out in the meadow. There was only one. That's going to go into her hand. Whenever a card goes into her hand, she shuffles it, which is kind of awkward with 2 cards, but did that enough that I don't remember what was on top. And then a new card comes out, and actually that should have been the Fairgrounds, and I should have gotten this one. So, okay. So now she is going to play a meadow card. She does 8, which is the Chapel. Playing a meadow card. And then she's going to discard the top card from her hand, like that, and she's going to gain a point. And then we move on to my turn. And now I'm going to see if there's still enough time for me to get a farm out before the next season, given that my first action was not working towards that. If I go here, I'll be able to get 2 twigs and a resin. Actually, no, I'm going to go here and get 4 twigs. It's going to take me 2 actions anyway. So I got 4 twigs now. And then it's her turn. She is going to play a card from her hand because of this symbol right here. And again, all these are shown on her board, so if you don't know what it is, so she's going to play the top card like that. If she wasn't able to play a card because her hand was gone, which it is now, if that had happened before, she would have instead drawn a card. And now, because there's a Newleaf train symbol on the bottom here, she is actually going to do the visitor action over here. And so what she does is she discards the lower one of these, which is the 6 right here. And then she'll take the higher of whichever one's out there right now. Right now, there are 2 7s, and so she'll actually have to use the tiebreaker, which she's doing the clockwise tiebreaker, so she'll take the top one into her hand, just like that. Okay, so on my turn, I've used both of my workers, but I do have this train ticket here, so I'm going to flip that over so that I can take one of my workers and move it here, and I get 2 resin. That's very handy, because now I can get my farm out before the end of the winter season. Now, she is going to flip over a card, and it has her playing yet another card from the meadow. I am not used to her playing so many cards so quickly. We'll see how this turns out. And that comes back. And by the way, you only you only take the Newleaf cards into her hand when she puts out her big meeple like that. Now I'm going to play my farm for 2 wood and 2 resin. And it gains me either a berry or a point. And these are the new for every season cards, which I really enjoy. They give you some extra options there. Early in the game, of course, I'm going to take a resource over the points because early game, resources are a little bit more important. In the last season, I might just decide, oh, the point's more important. And so that was my turn. Now it's on to Nightweave again. And she has the Spiderling come up. And she's going to ignore the first part because she doesn't do basic actions with Newleaf. Instead, she's going to come to this right here. And now we move back on to my turn. And I have a few options here. I could play a Twig Barge and I gain 2 wood. I could play the Wanderer for cards, but I don't really need cards in the moment. I felt like there was something over here. Oh, the general store would have been nice if I had the right resources, but I do not. I think my best option in the moment is to play that Barge Toad. Now, I have a Barge Toad in my hand, but I find oftentimes it's better to play the ones here because you can always use the ones in your hand to discard later to do other things. And so I'm going to start out by playing this Barge Toad for 2 berries. And I'm going to get 2 wood. I wish I had some resin to play my greenhouse. That would have been fun. This comes back out. And now it's Nightweave's turn. Now Nightweave has come up with another card that has that spider symbol on it. She has no spiders in her lair. And so she's going to now prepare for season. She ignores the rest of everything on that card. And she just prepares for season. She's going to return her workers to her lair. That one's going to come there, and these ones are going to come there. And then the next thing she's going to do is if she has met the requirements for any basic events, which are these ones up here, she is going to take the one that she has met the requirements for. She has 3 greens, which you need 4 for the green one, so that's not going to work out. 1 red, that's not going to work out. She doesn't have 15 cards. She doesn't have 1 of each. And of course, this is fairly normal for the first round anyway. But if she had, she would have claimed for free any of those. Now, there's some cards later on that are kind of come up that are going to allow her to claim things mid-round. Now she's going to reset her activity deck, which means she's going to take all of these cards, put them together, along with the new season cards, and she's going to shuffle those up, or I'm going to shuffle those up for her. She is just a meeple. And then we're going to add workers. She's going to add this worker right here. And it tells you exactly what she's going to do well on here. She's going to draw 2 cards for this season from the deck and put them right there. And she's going to discard a card at random from the meadow. And she gets 5, so this is the one that's going to go bye-bye, the monk. And then we refill those 2 like that. And that's all she does preparing for this season. And we've been playing Spire Quest, she would do the Explorer before preparing for season. And if we were playing with a plan card, she would draw and replace that as well. So I got that prepared for her next season. And now it's my turn. And she can be in a different season just like regular players can in a multiplayer game. But I do believe I may be about to join her. I don't have any workers. I've used this card here. I'm currently using the reserve token. So there's not a whole lot I can do. So I am going to prepare for season. And so I'm going to do my normal prepare for season. I get my extra worker. I get my other workers back. So I have 3 workers now to work with. And then I do my production, which right now is going to be 2 more wood for my barge toad and 1 berry for my farm. So that was my turn. Now it's Nightweave's turn. She's going to skip this first action because she doesn't do basic actions, and she's going to go straight to that again. So she's blocking to activate 2 green cards. So now I am going to work towards getting my greenhouse played. So I need resin. I have 6 cards in my hand, so the best place for me to get resin would be the market. That comes down there. I get 2 resin and 2 cards. I got the gardener and the clock tower. Now it's her turn. She's going to play a meadow card. She's not going to place her one out, though, because she's not doing the big meeple version of this. She's just playing from the meadow. She's going to get the inn. And because she's just playing from the meadow, she is not going to discard, or she's not going to collect all the Newleaf cards. That's only when she puts her big meeple out. Oh, I forgot to flip this. Showing that we are now in spring. Oh, and actually I just realized I've been doing the wrong actions. You're supposed to be doing the spring actions. So that actually means she is here. And everything else I did was correct. So, make sure you're reading the right section. In spring, you're going to be reading this section here with the spring symbol. Winter you did there. Summer is here, and fall is there. Now, I am going to play the greenhouse, which costs 2 resin and a wood. And I'm going to draw a card, up to my hand limit again of 8. And if sharing a space with a farm, I'm going to gain 1 resource. So I'm going to look to see what resource is going to be best for me in the moment. Might want to get the courthouse out soon, actually. Actually, I might should have done that earlier. I'm going to go ahead and grab a stone as my resource. I might have to plan some things a little bit differently than I was just working them. So now, she is going to go. She is going to grab from the right place there. Put her worker there. And then we're moving on. So I want to actually get the general store out. It's going to give me the resin I need to play something else. And it's a good card early game. But I do need resin in order to pull that off. So I'm just going to go get 2 resin. Or, how many resin do I need? I need 1 resin for that. Actually, no, I'm going to come over here to the station. And let's see, which one of these? At least 7 green cards in my city. I've got 3 already. I think I'm going to get that one. But let's go ahead and discard this first. Something better might come up. This one's at least 1 of each card color in your city. I'm going to go with this one. It's worth more points, and I've already well on the way. So I'm going to put that right there. That's for endgame scoring. And then, because I did that, I can choose any one of these. I'm going to choose the resin. So I get a resin. And then out comes a stone. Now Nightweave is going to go to this spot where the 4 twigs are. And I am going to go ahead and buy the general store for a stone and a resin. And then so I'm going to gain a berry, and if I have a farm, I gain an extra berry. So boom, boom. Now, this gets replenished. The freight car. I really like this one. You put 2 of each resource on here, and then you can gain any 2 resources from the freight car every time that it is activated. It's also worth 3 points. Now, Nightweave is putting out the big one as it takes a meadow action. It's going to do number 10. So 8, 9, 10. Oh, the freight car. 3 points right there. And then she is going to take up that space. And she's going to, I believe, get any Newleaf cards from the meadow. I don't know if that's only when she plays in the meadow. Okay, and the shopkeeper just came out. This is an interesting situation for me, because I am getting heavy on the low point give you stuff cards. But I can never resist the shopkeeper, especially if I have the general store. Because she gives you a free berry every time you play a critter. So, for better or for worse... Oh, and I'm going to get the magician later anyway, so it's okay. Put her into my city for free, using the door. And then later I'll get a berry every time I play a critter. Out comes the carnival. Okay, she can't put herself again because she's already out there, so she is going to do the second option, which is just simply taking one from here. That's playing. And then she's going to discard a card and gain a point. So now it's my turn. Trying to get the courthouse out, but I'm going to need a lot of other stuff before I can get it out. I need 2 stone and a resin. I'm going to be heavy on berries, so what I might just do... Oh, I'm going to... Ooh, I need to get rid of stuff before I do that. Okay, so I'm going to take my worker and come to the... Hey, am I ready for that yet? Let me see how I can get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get rid of 4 cards, which will give me 2 resources. I think that's a good idea. I'm going to come to the Haven, get rid of these 4 cards in order to get 2 stone. And then Nightweave is going to... Oh, has no spiders. That was quick. So what Nightweave is actually going to do is bring back all of her spiders. Oh, not on my board. It's an invasion. She is then going to see if there's anything that she can fulfill. She has 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. So she will actually be able to get this basic event. I think that's the only one. Oh, wait, she also... Never mind, just a second. She also qualifies for the paw print ones. So she's going to use the tiebreaker to figure out which one she's going to get. It's the clockwise tiebreaker symbol. So she's going to start here, and she's going to work her way. She doesn't get that one. She can get this one, though. And the way that also would continue to work if she didn't qualify for this one, she'd go to the Flower Festival, then the Big City, then the Harvest Festival, then the Scenic Flight, and finally Cartographer's Expedition. If she qualifies for this one, this is the one she's going to take for free. Free meaning she doesn't need a worker to get it. And the next thing she is going to do is reset her activity deck. That was a quick season for her. She will be getting her 2 new workers. And then for summer, it has her draw 2 cards from the meadow. And again, she'll use her dice to do that. And so let's roll the die. 5. And she's just gaining these ones. And 12. And so she is going to get the Fairgrounds. There's 2 copies of it. I guess she'll just take this one. It really doesn't matter. Other than the fact that if she goes to a certain location. Okay. And then we refresh. A general store. A barge toad. And the innkeeper. That's a powerful card for me to play. So I am actually going to do it. Oh wait, is there anything I've forgotten? We've added workers. Oh, we need to get rid of this. So now she's in summer. So I'm going to pay a berry to get the innkeeper. And because it's there, I get a stone. Out comes a point. And out comes the king. So I get my stone. And because I played a critter, I get a berry. And later I can discard the innkeeper to play something for 3 less berries. I need a way to convert berries into something else. Nightweave is going to jump over here to Summer. It's going to claim a basic event and she does not have to qualify for the basic event. She will take the one she most qualifies for. So let's see. She does actually qualify for the greens. We already went over that. So that's the one she will take. But she will place a worker for this one. I'm just going to put that there. I move on to my turn. Oh, I was going to pay 2 berries to get the Wanderer. He does not take up a place in my city. So I'm going to put him off. Put him right here, I guess, for now. And so I get a berry back for playing a critter. And I draw 3 cards. That's what the Wanderer does. I got another Wanderer. And I got the Fool and the Ruins. Now Nightweave's turn. She's going to put a spider on the 4 twigs. That's okay. I produced twigs enough on my own. More than enough. Oh, wait, no, actually. Am I reading the wrong one again? Nope, I'm reading the wrong one again. She's going to place it over there. So, oh. The Mayor came out. That's a fun one that I just have to get. But unfortunately, I don't currently have enough berries. But I do have the greenhouse. Oh, wait, that's supposed to share a space with my farm, by the way. Let's go ahead and move these over so that I can better share the space. And the greenhouse is going to allow me to use my gold leaf door token, or golden new leaf token, whatever you want to call it, to do any green card. And the Mayor is a green card. So boom, Mayor goes in, and I'm going to gain 1 coin, and then 1 coin for every 5 spaces I've filled in my city. And this is space is filled, so these don't count as 2 because they're sharing a space. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to gain 2 coins. 1 for having 5 cards, and 1 for just the general. You get 1 every time you activate it. So that was fun. Out comes the Miner Mole, which allows you to copy an opponent's city, which you can copy anything in Nightweave's city. You can also go to any open location she has in her city, but you will pay her the normal price. Like for this inn, it would cost 1 coin. You'd give her, she'd get a coin for going there. You don't pay it, but she gets it. Now it's Nightweave's turn. She is going to roll. She's going to take number 6, the Miner Mole that just came up, and play that into her city, and put out herself. And then any new leaf cards, let's not forget that. There aren't any new leaf cards in the meadow, so skips that. And now I'm going to go ahead and play the wife for free using my farm. I get a berry. This is one of those that has the train symbol on it, so it's going to do the visitor action in just a moment. But first, it's going to go to an open spot in my city, if there is one. There is not any open spots in my city. So it's going to see, the next thing it's going to do is go to the market or haven and gain 3 coins. So take this, it's going to go to the market, gain 3 coins. And then it's got the clockwise symbol, so it's going to start in the top left corner. There's nothing here, because those have moved down already. It's going to take the stone and 3 cards and move it down to there. For the counterclockwise tiebreaker, you will start with whatever market item is on the bottom and furthest to the right. If there's nothing on the bottom, then proceed counterclockwise to move the top right item down. I'll get this wrong for the rest of the video, starting in the wrong spot. So now it's going to do the visitor action over here. It's going to get rid of this 5-point card. And it's got 6 or 7 to choose from. It's going to choose the top point card, and there it goes. Now it is my turn again. I have 6 cards, so I'm going to go ahead and play another Wanderer, because why not? Let's just put these down here so I know that they're out of my city. So pay 2 berries, get 1 back, and get 3 cards. Because why not? And you're not going to believe this. I just got a 3rd Wanderer. Wow. And then we got a farm and a judge. Okay. Nightweave. Get my deck upside down, apparently. Is going to take this action where she is going to put something in her city where she has a spot to go that's not an open spot. And so she has the chapel. And you can choose any one, it doesn't matter, as long as it's not an open spot. And she's going to get 2 coins, because she's got 2 of the coin symbols there. Now it's my turn. And no point in playing the Wanderer right now. I'll save that for when I need cards. I don't have any workers. I've got plenty of berries. I don't think... Oh. I'm going to do this. Because why not? I have 3 berries. So I am going to play the Fool into Nightweave City. Because that's something you can do. And I get a berry back because of the shopkeeper. That was a good use for berries when I have an abundance of berries. Okay, so moving on. Nightweave's turn. And Nightweave does have a limit of 15 cards in her city. Right now she's at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She's going to play a card from her hand. Oh, I don't think I shuffled that after I dealt the cards earlier. Or after I added one. Tea house. And she ignores anything that's written on her cards. She just puts them in for the points and for the symbols. And she claims things. She got another one of these, so she's going to claim a visitor. She's going to get rid of the 6.1. And she's going to grab another 7.1. At the end of the game, she will score for her 2 highest point cards for visitors. If she's on a higher level, it would be 3 or even 4, I think is the highest level. On the lower levels, she'll score less. Do I have anything that plays for free somewhere? No, because I have mainly critters. Oh, but I do have the innkeeper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard the innkeeper to play the judge for free, since he's costs 3 berries. And I get a berry for playing a critter. Chain, chain, chain. Now, she is going to place on open space if I have one. I still do not have one. Instead, it's going to take one of these and put it on open, or not an open space, but a non-open space in her city. And so she's going to go there. Oh, this doesn't technically take up a space in cities. I'm not sure how that works for her. So, this actually is supposed to be in her lair, because it's one of the Core and Everdell cards. And so she actually doesn't have an open spot, and she actually has one more spot in her city. And later that gets played into her city at the end, although it's worth 0 points. So it's not really going to do her much good. But that will be played later, and it can go over 15 playing those cards at the end of the game. So she doesn't have any open or non-open spaces in her city. So what she's actually going to do is take the default action, which is just to gain 2 coins from going to the market. And so she is going to do the counterclockwise thing. So that one's going to go up there. Get rid of the 2 coins. Okay, I'm going to trade some of these out. 3, 1, 2, 3. Take a 6. And actually, I could have just done these. There we go. She has 9 points now in those points. And let's see, I got the wood, I got the 2 stone, and I can now trade because of my judge, 1 for 1. So I'm actually going to get the courthouse out. I'm going to spend 2 stone, a wood, in place of the resin, I'm going to actually do a wood. And then I'll be able to gain 1 wood, 1 resin, or 1 stone after I play a construction in the future. So here we've got, I already got that out, so can't do that. It's going to play from the meadow, number 7. And by the way, if she rolls and she's already on the space that she rolls, like if she rolled a 6 here, she actually would take from the top of the deck. Out comes a Skirble. And you know what? I'm going to play another Wanderer, because why not? Pay 2, get 1 back. Draw 3 cards. Got the King, the Minor Mole, and the Carnival. I just realized her lair was empty a second ago. She would not have done that action. My bad. She would have prepared for season. So, she's going to get all of her workers back. She's going to claim anything that she can claim. As far as, or one of anything she can claim, basic events. She cannot claim anything. So then next thing she's going to do is add workers from here. She's going to get 2 cards. And she's going to discard 2 cards from the meadow. 9. Meadow/station, should I say. And 8. Refill. Oh, another Skirble. She just took a Skirble. I should have known that, but she did. And then these get shuffled. And we put her into Autumn. Okay. So now it's my turn. Currently I have only 8 things in my city. 3 things outside my city. Look at these. And I'm going to take the Everwall. I have now 8 cards in my hand, so I can't take any more. Otherwise, I'd normally take 2. And then it is Nightweave's turn. Oh, we have not reset our deck. I am way behind her in season. She is exactly 1 season ahead of me. Okay. So she is going to go in Autumn. She is going to go to this space. Okay. My turn. Now she has way more critters than I do at this point because she actually gets 8 total by the end of the game. And I'm still dawdling off in summer. So what am I going to do for my first action of the new season? Yeah, so I got 3 of those. I need 1 more scroll to be able to achieve that. I need 2 prosperity and 1 more prosperity to be able to achieve that. I need more events achieved for that and more unique constructions for that, I'm pretty sure. 1. A lot more for that. I think I'm going to go get twigs, because I'm going to need lots of twigs overall, I think. Right now there's a 4 twig space. Okay. Now, going to play a card from the meadow and put the big Nightweave meeple out. It's going to do 9. Oh. That hurts. That's a 4-point card. And it goes here because it's one of the core in Everdells. Okay. And now I'm going to pay a berry and a wood because of my judge, which allows me to change out to play the postal pigeon. Allow me to reveal 2 cards, and I may play 1 worth up to 3 for free. So we got the inn and we got the twig barge. I'm going to go with the inn. And so discard that one. Okay. The inn lets me play a critter or construction from the meadow for 3 fewer. And that does not apply to station cards. Now there is one that works for the station. Oh, and because I played a critter, I get this. Oh, and because I played a construction, I can gain a wood, a resin, or a stone. I will do a stone. Okay. Nightweave is going to do a journey, the 5 journey space, just like that. Now the question is, do I play the historian that I don't really need in order to get the symbol that I need? Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Actually, he could be useful anyway. So I'm going to pay a berry. You know what? Oh, I forgot to get the stone from there. My last turn when I played the postal pigeon. So I get a stone. And then I'm going to get 2 wood for playing the historian. I'm paying a wood and a berry here. And get a berry back. Okay. Out comes the gardener. Oh, he's a common critter. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to play a card from the meadow. Number 10. The king. Oh my. Getting some high point cards. Ooh, an innkeeper just came out. I can play an innkeeper for free. So why wouldn't I? Boom. And then I get a point for that token. And I get a berry. And another innkeeper. Who shuffled this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm at 8, so I can't get a card. Oh, I should have done that. It's okay. She's already out, so she's just going to play from the meadow. The postal pigeon. And that will refresh. Oh, wait. Finish out the actions. You're going to discard a card from her hand to gain a point. Then she gets that card and shuffles her hand. Okay, now it's my turn, and I need to claim this before it's too late. I pay a stone, That's going to give me 6 points. Oh, and this came back up. Oh, maybe I should have done that. That's a fun one. But I don't have cards to draw it, actually. This one is the Poet, and if I were to get it right now and I had the space in my hand to actually do this, it's choose a color, draw all the cards from the meadow of that color, gain 1 point for each drawn, and right now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green cards. That have been 5 points and 5 cards, if I could have held them. But since I can't draw those cards, I don't think you can get the points for those cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spaces so far filled up in my city. I am going to go ahead and play the Magician on the Innkeeper. And then when I play it, so I'm playing it for free because it's 3 and I can play a card, a critter for up to 3 berries. I get a berry for my shopkeeper. I may discard any other critter or construction from my city, gaining a point and a resource of my choice, which, why not stone? And then what am I getting rid of? Postal Pigeon, of course. 0 point card. And I forgot to put this out earlier. Boom. Okay. Nightweave's turn. I'm going to go to an open location in my city. There is one. So, she's going to go to the inn. She's going to give me $1. Not from her supply, but from the supply. And there you go. She can block that for $1. Now, the question is, do I get another innkeeper? Because I just got rid of my innkeeper. It's a wash, so why not? I pay a berry, I get a berry. In goes the innkeeper. I get a stone from over here. More than a wash, really. And a point token came out again. And now it's Nightweave's turn. Nightweave is going to come here, but cannot. Tiebreaker is the clockwise, so it's going to go boom. Nope. Boom. Yep. I probably should have gotten that used. Oh well. Actually thinking about using my gardener now. I'm not going to be able to get it in my city if I have a full city. Well, actually, no, I could because I have the innkeeper. Maybe I'll hold off on the gardener. I mainly want to use it to really utilize my mayor to its fullness. So, new card comes out there. Town Crier. You may give 2 cards to an opponent. If you do, gain 3 points. Now, the problem with this card is, whenever you give cards to Nightweave, you give her a point for each card you give her. So I'd be giving her 2 points for me to gain 3 points. Not the greatest payout. Of course, the Town Crier himself is worth 2 points, so I'd be getting basically 3 points on her that way. But I don't think it's going to be worth the space in my city to do that card. So I am going to try and figure out something else to do. Oh, do I have that to claim yet? No, I need to get this card out before I can do that. I'm going to need resin. There is resin over here. Has she really not gotten a... Oh, she was supposed to clear that when she did the journey. She's supposed to get a visitor. So she would have put this one away and would have gotten the 6.1. I know the 6.1 comes out. At least 2 workers on journey. I don't really use the journey enough for that would be good. And at least 4 of those. Ugh. Should have gone before she cleared them. So, neither of those work well for me, so I'm not going to go there. Well, I could go there and you discard one first. How much resin do I need? I need more resin, though, than what I can get from there. I'm going to achieve Flower Festival. Because why not? So Nightweave is going to play a card from her city. From her hand. She plays the Fairgrounds. Good, solid 3-point card. Oh, and she's going to go clear these again. So let's see what she does this time. She has revealed at least 7 unique cards in your city. She's going to take that one because it's the higher point card. That one is terrible for me. No more than 2 green cards in your city for 10 points. That was a great 10 points, but I have a ton of green. So, now might be the time to go there, though. Make sure she doesn't get that card. And see what's under it. I could get 1 resin, too. Not really all the resin I would like. But it's a start. Actually, no, it'll work for me. I'm going to come here. I'm going to discard the 10-point card. Achieve at least 2 special events. I'm going to go for that one for 8 points. Because I think I can accomplish that. And I'll get the resin that I so desperately need. Okay, now it's Nightweave's turn. She will play a card from her hand. Really? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 cards. And she's going to go to doing this again. Discard that. And take the 9.1. At least 2 of each card color in your city. Of course, she doesn't have to have that to claim those points at the end. So I am going to discard this to move him to place to get 2 resin. Is that where I want to go, or do I want to discard cards? No, I don't have enough cards that I want to discard, so 2 resin. Okay. So she's going to score a special event, and it's going to start on the right. She does not need to qualify for it. 4 unique constructions is the card she will be grabbing. And she will put a spider on it. Okay, I need to hurry up and get one of those. I was going to play the Everwall, though, for 4 wood. Three stone. Three resin, and since it requires 4 resin, I am going to throw a piece of wood at it. No, actually, I'm running out of the need for berries, so I'm going to throw a berry at it. And that, again, is for my judge, who can trade 1 for 1 when playing. Okay, I'm going to put a spider out. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. So actually, I'm going to skip to the next thing, which again doesn't do basic events, so it's going to skip right on down to the market / haven. Since we're playing with Belfair, it's the haven. And it's going to start, it's going to do the counterclockwise thing, so it's going to move this up. Okay. Oh, and I should have gotten a card when I played the Everwall. And I should have gotten a construction bonus. I guess I'll gain a stone. I don't really know what I want. Okay, so I'm going to play... on the Everwall, I'm going to use one of my gold leaf tokens to play any prosperity card. I'm going to play the king. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He gives me a point for each basic event I achieve and 2 points for each special event I achieve. He is going to play a card from the meadow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the barge toad. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. She can play 1 more card into her city. at some point. It's not even... Oh, she's got the big meeple over there, that's right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, I should have grabbed a card when I played the king. I should have grabbed a berry when I played the king, too. Not keeping up with my bonuses. Do I play the good doctor now? I don't have enough berries to make it worth it. I wanted to get one more space in my city before going into the final round. There's nothing worth putting in my city. So I'm guessing I'm just getting my peoples back. It's only going to be a point difference, rather than force something. So I activate all of my green powers. And I'm going to start with the Barge Toad and gain 2 wood. I'm going to gain 2 berries for the general store. I'm going to... I can't draw a card because I'm full. I will gain a resource though. I'm going to come back to that though. I'm going to gain the money for that one. So the mayor is going to net me 1 coin plus 2 coins. For a total of 3 coins. The magician is going to discard the historian, I think. Yes, the historian. Or the shopkeeper would be better at this point in time. No, I'm going to get rid of the shopkeeper. I don't think I need more berries at this point in the game. Or wait, no. Barge Toad. He doesn't make any sense to keep. He's worth 1 point and he's not going to activate anymore. Okay. So, then I gain a point and a resource for that. Let's go ahead and trade these in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the one I'm getting makes 6. So, what resources do I need? I still don't know what I'm playing at. Oh, now I do. I have my heading. I'm going to need a resin. So I'm going to need a resin. I have the theater in my hand. And then back to this one. What do I need? I got stone. I got everything I need to play this card, actually. So, yeah. It doesn't help me, though. Do I want a berry, just to be on the safe side? Got lots of berries right now. Got the innkeeper. Oh, we'll have a space to play that. Let's get a resin. Okay. Okay, and this gets flipped over. I could actually reserve a card if I want to later. Now, Nightweave. Of course, it's not going to matter because I think she's about to be... Oh, got the special event before I can get to it. She's going to claim royalty special event. I was just about to do that one, too. I'm going to claim the other special event while it's... Oh, and she's supposed to put her spider on it. Well, she won't be able to claim any more special events, actually, so I don't need to do that. I'm actually going to go... Do I have 2 basic events? I do not have 2 basic events. I need to do that while the getting's good. What can she claim for free at the end of the game? She's closer to claiming this one, though, so I'm going to grab that one. Okay. Her turn. She's supposed to put out the big spider, but there's nothing in her lair. So she will skip over this entire thing and prepare for season. But she realizes her game is over. At the end of the game, though, she will be able to claim a basic event if there's anything left. I'm going to play the theater. For 3 wood, 1 resin, and a stone. Yeah, she's done, so it's all down to me now. I am going to come over here. going to take this 8.1. That's achieve at least 2 basic events and 1 special event, which I have. Oh, I'm supposed to first get rid of this just to make sure it's not something I would want. It's not. Okay. And I'm going to claim the point token. Now comes another point token. I'm going to play the Doctor. Oh, I did the Theater. I should have gotten a card. And I should have gotten some sort of construction thing. Oh, I do need one thing. What was it? I was thinking about the fairgrounds. What do I need for that? I need a resin. 2 resin, a stone, and I can use a berry for the wood. Okay. So, I'm going to play the Doctor for 4 berries. 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, no. I'm not going to do that yet, actually. Not doing that yet. Or do I have to do it now? Well, I'm going to claim this while I figure that out. Have at least 3 events achieved. I do. So I'm going to get rid of 4 cards, taking a journey. So I'm going to play the Fairgrounds for a stone, 2 resin, and a berry in place of the wood. That fills my city. Ooh, a husband came up just at the right time. I will then go ahead and ooh, that's a lot of berries though. Oh, when I played the Fairgrounds, I got something back. It's going to be anything really, because I'm not using construction stuff. And I actually would have drawn a card. I'm just going to have to pay the straight up 3 berries. I'll get 1 back. So, to play the husband on top of the wife. And I gain 1 resource because I have a wife and a farm. That 1 resource is going to be a berry. Okay. And then the next thing I'm going to do, oh, I get a card. Next thing I'm going to do is play the Gardener on top of the Innkeeper, discarding the Innkeeper. To make him free, I get a berry. And I also get to activate 2 different locations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All 15 spaces are filled. So I get 4 points for activating my Mayor. And I'm going to activate the Magician, which is going to give me a point and a berry. And I'm going to discard. I kind of wonder if I could discard the Gardener, but it's not that important, so I'm going to do something else. So I'm going to get rid of the general store. I don't need it anymore. Okay. So now I'm going to play the Good Doctor. Well, let me see what comes up first. Yeah, ruins. Okay, so I'm going to play the Good Doctor for a wood and 2 berries. And when I play him, I can pay 3 berries for a point each. 3 points there. And then for my last 2 actions, I will claim Big City. And I will claim Scenic Flight. No, wait. Yeah, I have 3 of those, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah. 4. I also actually had enough to claim Monument, but not enough workers. I think, unless I got rid of some of them. Yep, I got enough. It does not matter, because I didn't have enough workers. That's the end of the game. I'm going to add up my points, add up Nightweave's points, and we'll see what happens here. Okay, so I've added my score up, and my cards gave me 42 points. My prosperity is 24 points. The Everwall gave me 2 points for every 5 spaces I filled. I filled all 15, so that gave me the full 6 points. My king gave me 1 point for each basic event I achieved and 2 points for each special event. And coming on down here, the wife, because she was paired with a husband, gave me 3 points. And then coming over here to the theater, I got 1 point for each unique critter. I can't remember exactly how many that was, but it was a good amount. It was the rest of that amount there. Events, I got 26 points between Flower Festival, Big City, Statues Commissioned, Scenic Flight, Sunflower Parade, and the Cartographer's Explorer area. Point tokens, I had 19 points. I had 6 points because I got the Garland Award. There wasn't a single one that Nightweave got, so she doesn't even get the second place there for that one. And then for visitor cards, I got 8, 16, 23 points for my 3 visitors here. Gave me a total of 144. Now let's go ahead and show how we add up our points for Nightweave. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to put these cards that were achievements into her city. It doesn't matter if she's already gotten the full amount here. She still gets to put them in there. And I think she was actually at 14, but it still doesn't matter. So those go in. And then we add up her city cards. So she got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, minus 2 is 21, plus another 3 is 24, 25, 26 for that. I'm going to write that down as 26 under cards. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is point tokens. She's got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I forgot to give her 2 points last time she went to the market. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12 actually for point tokens. And then journey points, she has 5. And I forgot to mention I had 4 journey points. And then for basic events, she has scored 3, 6. Looks like she has 6 points for that. So she got 6 points for that. And then we're going to move on down to the Garland Award. She gets 0. 2 highest value visitor cards. She has a 9 and a 7, I think, was her next highest. Boy, did she collect visitor cards. Yep, 9 and 7. So that's going to be 16 points for her visitor cards. And then she gets 1 point per 0 value card in her city. So we got 1, 2. I'm just going to put that under pearls because there isn't really a place for that. And then we're going to give her 1 point per city card with either a prosperity, a feather, or a train. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she gets 6 points there. And then I'm going to add that all up. And she did not look like she did her normal scoring on this. She kind of rushed through things a little bit more than usual. So we got 32, 38, 40, 55, 56, 57, 67 plus another 6. 73. If I calculated that out correctly, she got 73 points. Previous time, she's gotten closer to 90 on level 2. So there you have it, 144 to 73. I should have played her on level 3. Had I played her on level 3, she would have gotten 2 more points for the time she went to the Haven. I think she went twice. I would just say she went 3 times and throw an extra one in there. I'm not sure. And then she would have gotten an extra, so that would be an extra 3 points there. She would have counted an extra one of these. So that would be an extra 10 points total. She would have got an extra... Oh, wait, I didn't do her special events. Give me a second here. That's part of the problem. She got 5 points per special event. So she would have been at 83. She would have been 83. That's closer to what she usually gets on this level. Okay. So she would have been at 83. But had we played it on level 3, she would have got an extra 3 points there, an extra 7 points there, so that's 10. For her special event, she would have got an extra 2 points. 1 per each one. And so she would have got an extra 12 there. She would have gotten... I don't have the card handy on me, but I think 2 points per on each of these. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 if I didn't miss any of the train cards. Oh, plus the prosperity, 19, 20. About an extra 20 points there between everything else. She would have had 102-ish. If I didn't miss anything that we would have been adding points for. So that kind of gives you an idea. Level 4, I'm not going to go ahead and add up, but basically an extra visitor card plus an extra point for special events on top of what I just added. Extra points for the cities with prosperity and all that. And so she would have gotten more points, of course, on level 4. I think it would have been a tight race on level 4. I think I would have won, though. Just kind of giving it a quick glance. And so that's how you play Mistwood. If you have any questions, I encourage you to leave them in the comments below. I know I couldn't cover every situation on here. And if I made any mistakes, let me know that as well. This is only my 3rd time, I think, playing with Mistwood. So there may be a few little things, especially figuring out how tiebreakers work at times. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult. But anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments below. If I made any mistakes, I'll go ahead and put that in the description if I have made any. And also, if you have any comments, I would answer them if I am able to. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.